Hey there TRW crew, Matt Vassallo here with the RhinestoneWorld.com. So this video is going to walk you through our newest upgrade to the Ultimate Rhinestone Apparel Pricing Calculator. So those of you that already purchased the Rhinestone Apparel Pricing Calculator on Monday, November 11th, 2013, you're going to get this upgrade for free. So we added the heat transfer vinyl part to this calculator to make it your all-in-one calculator right here. Make it very easy for you for multi-deck designs. And I'm going to show you how we laid it out. So we had to get pretty creative as far as the way we laid this out to get pricing around where we want them. So obviously our business is making some money and we got fair prices for our customers. So I'm going to walk you through how to do that. But those of you that have already purchased the calculator, and it has to be the newest one, this Ultimate Rhinestone Apparel Pricing Calculator that we released on November 11th, 2013, just go to your account on the rhinestoneworld.com and go to that actual purchase, and this newer calculator with the heat transfer vinyl is going to be in there for you to just download. So you don't have to repurchase anything, just go re-download it and it'll have this newest file in here. Those of you that haven't purchased it, check out this video and you'll be purchasing it in just a little while, because you're going to see how much time it's going to save you and how many things and different things you can do with this calculator. So it's going to have the exact same layout. So basically, it's going to have just up here, just so you know, your stone count and your HTV costs. And then it's going to have, over here is our stone count for the design. And then just based off the stone count, just kind of a set amount to give us that base amount for the actual design. That's for the rhinestone design, not including the shirt and everything. Then we have our bulk pricing down here. Over here we have our, if we're say someone brings in a shirt, we want to do design only. If not, we have all of our different shirts that we can choose from. Someone wants a Next Level Boyfriend tee, they click on that. Our cost from the company we buy it from is $285. We're going to bump that up to $570 for our actual customers. So for example, I'm going to run through a shirt here as soon as I go through this and show you how it's done. Then we have our front design stone count there, and that's going to be our price. All of these right here are your upgrades, so you can click on them. You can see add left sleeve, add right sleeve, add mega numbers. Then you also, we have added on there vinyl for adding names, sleeves, and numbers. And then we have special vinyl, which would be your glitters, your holographics, your electrics, your more expensive vinyls. Those are going to be a little more, of course. All right. Then we have our heat transfer vinyl, which is down here, or our heat transfer vinyl, which is right over here. And again, you're going to have your drop down for your Easyweed, your glitter, your holographic, your stretch, your fluorescent, and your electric. So you'll have all that in there. And then you're going to have your hot fix tape, which you're going to enter right here. Now, this is where you do need to pay attention when you're doing. You're going to have your multi-deck design and then your just rhinestones or just heat transfer design. So basically, the reason why we had to do it this way is it's going to calculate both of them. But say, for example, you do a just rhinestone design. That's fine. That's how we had it before. But then you do a just heat transfer vinyl design. Well, you don't want those to be adding up to where it's like a $50 shirt. So what we did is if you had a multi-deck design, we took a little bit off the shirt to make it obviously a good price point for your customers. But we also didn't want just heat transfer vinyl design to be priced too low. So I'm going to show you how that works. And then here's one thing to see in the calculator. It makes it easy for you. Anything blue is where you're going to edit for your drop-down menu. So these are all of your rhinestone colors, and this one over here, these are your different heat transfer vinyls over here. These are your different upgrades over here. These are your different shirt designs or bags or tote bags over here. And then right here is where you're going to select, okay, is this a multi-deck design that I'm making so it'll price it right? Or is this just a rhinestone or just a heat transfer design only design? Okay, makes sense. Then you have your bulk discount, your shirt quantity. And then, of course, on page 2, this is where all your pricing is. So this is where all the magic happens right here. So we have our rhinestone pricing chart. So it's going to be based off of you and where you're purchasing everything from. So very cool. We have all of our colors already in here for you. We have our 100 gross and our 100 gross prices in there. But let's just say light amethyst. Let's say you buy a 500 gross and let's say you pay $220 for that 500 gross, you can see that's going to change the pricing, and that pricing is going to go down a little bit for you. So that'll bring it over to your first page to get your pricing accurate. So let's just, and you can edit all of these at any time. So even if for some unknown reason you aren't purchasing our awesome Korean low lead rhinestones from the Rhinestone world, then you can put your pricing for any other company as well. Another cool thing you can do, let's say you didn't want this color right here to be TRW blue. You want it to be something else, and you want it to be cool blue. Watch, just because I edited it right there, watch how awesome this is. When I go back to sheet 1 and I select my drop down for my rhinestone color and I scroll down to the bottom, look what's there, cool blue. So in this sheet, you can edit it and add stones. Let's say you got another stone right here and it's a violet. So violet, some type of like a violet purple design. So I just added that violet right there and just typed it in. Watch what happens when I go back to sheet 1. I can come over here. Hey, there's violet. So you can name all of these, and it's going to automatically bring it over to this page 1 and find what you edited to be able to put in there, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome the way that we set this up to make it easy for you guys, but also make it easy to edit for you guys, so you can have it say anything you want. And obviously that's the same thing with the different shirts. So we have a bunch of our next level shirts that we use a lot of, our Bellas, our Gildens, our drawstring bags. But let's say you just had, I don't know, let's say you sold yoga pants. And you got your yoga pants right there. And you have your cost and then your website cost. So what we do on the website cost is we just times it by 2 for this. So let's say your cost on some yoga pants is $8. It's going to bump that up to $16. Now when I come over here to my calculator, watch what happens. Someone comes in and they have a design that's 300 stones, and they're crystal stones. That's going to be 83 cents in your cost, which we're going to charge a $15 design or transfer cost. Okay, so that's automatically going in there. And then for our design right here, our shirt style, we're going to go down here. There's the yoga pants you entered. Look, brings it right in there, 16 and 8. So those yoga pants that you're selling to a customer, it's a rhinestone only design, those are going to be $31. And then there's your breakdown from there for bulk or fundraising pricing. How cool is that? So those $31, you have $8.83 in cost, because it's calculating what you paid for the yoga pants plus your rhinestone cost over here. You're going to make $22.17 per pair of yoga pants you sell. And if you want, let's say you sold 10 pairs of yoga pants right there, you got the 20% discount. So you're going to sell them for $24.80. Your cost obviously is staying the same, but you're still making $15.97 per pair of yoga pants and $159.67 on that order. So pretty cool, all the things you can do in here. Now I'm going to give you an example of, let's go ahead and get rid of our yoga pants here. I'm going to give you an example of a multi-deck design and then our upgrades here. So again, all of our upgrades here, you can edit all of these as well. So you can edit anything here if you want to add more upgrades. If you want to delete all of ours and add your own upgrades, you can do whatever you want for that. So that's pretty cool. And obviously it's going to change in that drop down automatically for you. And then here's your hotfix tape. So if you ordered 100 feet for $100 or whatever it is, it's going to figure out your price per square inch. And here's your heat transfer vinyl chart. Now with the heat transfer vinyl chart, we just did our 15-foot pricing on our website. So you can base it off, if you're buying higher quantities as far as feet, then your pricing per square inch is obviously going to go down a little bit. So you want that to be reflected in your price as well. So you can see right there, for 15 feet is $35, and you're at about a little over a penny a square inch for the Easyweed. Okay, so now let's go over to sheet 1 here. So we have all of our calculations and everything. Now yoga pants, we took that away, so that's why it's not finding anything there. And let's go ahead and take that stone count away. So we're back to a blank sheet here. Now let's say somebody comes in and they want a I don't know, what design do we have? Let's grab a design from our website. So here, I'm going to pull this over here and show you. So this design right here, okay? this design is our I'm the cheer mom of, and it has rhinestones, so it's a multi-deck design. So I want to find out, now this is the download file. You can get this download file on our website for only $10. So let me minimize this screen a little bit, bring this one over here, and we're going to go ahead and show you exactly how to do this in the calculator. There's our gem master for one of our designs we're working on for a customer. So I'm just going to split these screens here a little bit and show you exactly what we're looking at. So we got our stones here. I can see there's 349 stones in this design. So let's say we're going to use crystal stones for this design. So we got our crystal and we're 349. All right, so we got 97 cents in stones. Now what we got is the design is 8 by 10, we're going to say. So we're going to use, let's say we use glitter for the 8 by 10 part, and then we know that mom part's probably around 4 by 10. So glitter, 8 by 10, and then this one is just basic Easyweed, and that's going to be a 4 by 10. All right? So now I'm going to show you how we did this. First, I'm going to show you our pricing on it. So this is a multi-deck design. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick our shirt here. They want a, I don't know, they want a sporty V-neck, a next level sporty V-neck. That's $3.25 our cost, and $6.50 is the cost for the actual customer here. So as you can see, if we added up both of those, it's going to be kind of an outrageous price of $41.21. That's too much for this shirt. So what we did is for this part here on the multi-deck, we divided it by right around 1.5. And what that did, it took off a little bit of this pricing here to get that multi-deck down to a good price. But what we don't want to happen is if we were only doing heat transfer vinyl, for it to be real cheap, where the shirt's only $14 or something like that. So that's why we calculated it the way we do. So let's go ahead and enlarge this. And to get our exact price, we're going to go right here to multi-deck, and we're going to sell that shirt right there for $29.64. That's a pretty good price right there. Right around, because we normally sell it for right around $30, so the pricing calculator hit that pretty much right on the nose of what our old pricing was before we had this. Okay, so now let's say, you know what, they want a just the glitter. They don't want the stones on the inside of that. So what we can do is we can get rid of that. So we're getting rid of the stones in the design, and then we're going to change this to a HTV only. Okay, so there you go. Now it's a $26.21 shirt. And you can round this up if you want, but I like to get it. You're going to get pennies once you do tax and everything anyway, so I'm not big into it has to be $29.99 or it has to be $28 even. I mean, I like to give exact prices because then when they come in, and you'll see this is $26.21. If they change this to a one color design instead of two, so let's get rid of those. Now it's $24.14. So the price went down obviously, but your labor went down and your cost went down. So basically what you can see here is we have it set to where our first color of the heat transfer vinyl is actually marked up 14 times our cost of the heat transfer vinyl. Okay, so an 8 by 10 of glitter cost us $1.26 in heat transfer vinyl. We marked that up 14 times. Reason why 14, it got us, we played around with it, it got us to that number where we knew it was going to be a good price shirt. We didn't want to overcharge, we didn't want to undercharge, and we didn't want to do, because the way we had it set before is we did it about 8 times, but for each color. But what happens, it got too crazy when you got to like a 3-color design to where it was charging $45, $50 a shirt. But if we didn't do it that way, then a single color shirt was only like $13. So that's why that first color is your base. If they have heat transfer vinyl, they're always going to have at least one color. So that's why we bumped up that first color, and then the second color, you'll see if we go to 8 by 10, it's only marked up 4 times. So M22 times 4, which is, this is your M22, which is your cost. Okay, does that make sense? And then if we had a third one, and let's say they wanted that in the Easyweed as well, you're going to see again, There's 415. So now you're at 25. So now this is a 3-color design, which you have to cut your glitter here, your Easyweed here, your Easyweed here. So obviously it's more labor for you. And we're at $6.50 for our shirt, $25 for the 3 layers of our heat transfer vinyl, and your shirt is $32.44. Okay, does that make sense? So we figured out, we've been working with this, and that's why we didn't release the heat transfer vinyl part of this calculator right away, because we wanted to make sure that it was perfect as far as getting the pricing so it wasn't too crazy. Because what we didn't want to happen is if you had a 1-color design, like even this is a 4x10 design. Now, anytime you're working with heat transfer vinyl, obviously you're not going to calculate in your hot fix tape because it's got the carrier sheet. So you got your 4x10 design, 63 cents, marked up to $8.82, and you're at $15.32 per shirt. So that doesn't sound like a lot for a shirt, which it isn't, which is great because you can sell it to your customers for $15.32. But honestly, if someone comes in and they say, you know what, I want rhinestone across the front of the shirt and I want it 4 inches by 10 inches. Well, you only have 63 cents in cost of heat transfer vinyl for that. So by you knowing that cost, you know that, okay, we're at $6.50 for the shirt. We marked us up to $8.82, and our stone only or HTV only, which is what this is, this shirt's going to be $15.32. So basically, if my cost is $3.88, you're still going to make $11.44 per shirt. That shirt's only going to take you probably 10 minutes to make. You type out the letters real quick, you cut it, you weed it, and you press it. So that one's not going to take long at all. Once you get into the 2 or 3 colors design, that's where it's obviously you're going to have multi-cuts, multi-weeding, multi-layers. And then you get to the point here where you have like a 200 shirt design. Well, you're going to be able to weed 8 to 10 of those at a time, which will be real quick, and you'll be able to knock out those 200 shirts fairly quickly. So even at $7.66, I mean, honestly, unless it were a glitter, if it were something regular, you would probably sub something like this out to a screen printer anytime you get over. Normally around 25 shirts is where we set our limit as far as the heat transfer vinyls. Once you get past that, you're normally going to be better with subbing it out to a screen printer if you don't screen print yourself. Okay, so now let's go ahead and see what else we got here. So we got our heat transfer vinyls over here, we got our shirt drop downs here, and I think that's basically everything. But then obviously if you have a just rhinestone design, so I'm going to pull up another sample here real quick. Let's go to this one, and I'm just going to go back a page here on our website. And let's say this Wonder Mom, okay? So we got this Wonder Man, or I'm a mom, what's your superpower? So I can see that this is 1,122 stones, crystal and TRW hot pinkle, okay? 1,122. Now I do want to see, I want a breakdown of 285 crystal, 837 hot pinkle. So 837 hot pinkle, and what was the first number? 285, okay? And then 285 crystal. So I'm going to switch this to our TRW hot pinkle. There's our crystal. So there's our stone count. We got $4.74 in stones. We're going to charge $20 for the design. So basically, if someone walks into your store and says, you know what, I don't really like any of the shirts that you have here. I like this style. Can you press it on my shirt? Well, yeah, now you can, because you know that you're going to charge them $20 to press that onto their shirt. Okay? Because your time involved isn't really the pressing onto the shirt. Your time involved is brushing in the templates, layering the templates, getting the transfer ready, and then getting it to the shirt. So you got your cost and your stones and then your labor in making the transfer. Putting it on the shirt, you shouldn't put a whole lot of value in the shirt, because the shirt you're just ordering, it's coming to you in a box, you throw it on the press and you press it. All right? So now we got $4.74 in cost. Let's say they wanted the Sporty V again here. So that mom design, heat transfer vinyl. Let's see what their design was. So we log in there. It's 7.4 by 8.9. So height is 7.4 by 8.9. We got 19 cents in hot fix tape. That's going to automatically put that there. We don't have any heat transfer vinyl, and it is stone only. So on our select down, we do have selected stone only. That's $27.08 shirt right there. And then you can see your breakdowns. You got $8.19 in cost, and you're going to make $18.89 on that shirt. If you were to sell, let's say, 20 of those shirts, bam, 20 of them. Discount of 20% makes your customer happy. Their price just went down to $21.66. You're still going to make $8.19, or $8.19 is still your cost, but you're still going to make $13.48 per shirt, and you're going to make $269.52 after your costs, not including your labor on that actual order. So pretty awesome numbers right there if you look at it, and you're making them happy with their 20% discount, but because you can make 20 of them at the same time, it's going to speed up your time, so you're going to be able to make them quicker, so everybody wins. All right, so let's move that back to a one shirt, and there's your cost and everything right there. Now let's say, hey, I want to go ahead and add some upgrades to that. Well, I can click here, and let's say they want to add a vinyl number on the right sleeve. So right sleeve vinyl, there you go, $4. So jumps everything up. Now you're at $31.08. So it's going to calculate all that for you. And they want a name on the left sleeve. So add name, left sleeve, and do you want it in vinyl? Do you want it in glitter? Let's do it in a specialty glitter. Add name, left sleeve, special vinyl is $6. Now, $37.08 for this shirt, but you know what? That's a completely custom shirt with a custom number on one sleeve and a custom name on the next sleeve. So obviously this is where they can add on, but now look at it, you're at $37 and your price really only went up about 60 cents there. And the thing is your labor went up. So obviously you have to get your vinyl out, you have to type it in, you have to send it to the cutter, you have to weed it, you have to press it on the shirt. So obviously there's more work involved, but the amount of time it takes to do that is very minimal, and you're making $28.34 per shirt. So very, very powerful calculator here to be able to edit anything you want. Heat transfer vinyls, all your upgrades, your hot fix tape, all of your actual apparel that you sell and your finished product there, and then all of your rhinestones as well, and be able to completely calculate everything. So in all of this, anything again that you see that's in yellow here is where you can type in numbers. So you could edit these. If you said, you know what, $15 is a little too much for that part of the design, I want to move that to $14, just type in a 14, and then it's going to change all your calculations too. Okay, and if we have all of the main ones locked, all the main tiles locked in cells, so you can't really mess up any of the coding part of it. So that way we don't want you to type in the wrong box by mistake and then all your calculations are off. But if for any reason over here you change any of this that you didn't want to, then you can always just go back to the website, download the original calculator again, and work from there. So always just make sure you have a saved copy just in case, because over here is where you could change a couple things. All of these are locked here because they're always going to be the same. But say, for example, we always charge 2 times our shirt cost. Say you wanted to charge 3 times, or you wanted to do it the same, or whatever you want. You can edit that with this times right here. If you wanted it 3 times, you just change that to a 3. Now it's 3 times your shirt costs. Okay, makes sense? But if you have any questions on the calculator, feel free to give us a call. Number's 941-755-1696. But this calculator should save you a ton of time. Even if you don't use the exact pricing here, it's still going to give you your exact cost no matter what. This is just pricing we like to use, but you can edit all of this pricing over here and with your heat transfer vinyls as well, or your stones as well, to get it to what's best for your region or area as far as what you can sell your shirts for. So hope this video helped you out with the ultimate rhinestone and heat transfer vinyl apparel pricing calculator. If you do have any questions, please give us a call. The number's 941-755-1696. You'll see it right along the bottom here. The website, www www.therhinestoneworld.com. We have all of your heat transfer vinyls. We sell all of your stones. We have the Hotronix heat presses. We have the cutters. We have over 3,500 downloadable files, like that cheer one that we showed for $10. Over 3,500 downloadable files on the website. Everything you need. We're your one-stop shop for your custom apparel business. So definitely check out the website if you haven't seen us before. If you did like this calculator, right below this link in this video, you'll see a link, or right below this video, you'll see a link that'll bring you right to this calculator on our website. So you can purchase it right now if you think this is going to help you out. This calculator is going to save you a ton of time. You can give an exact cost to a customer or school or whoever you want in a matter of minutes, and you aren't guessing anymore. And best thing of all, you know exactly what you're making on that actual job to make sure that obviously your business is making money, which is the most important. You need to make money to grow, and that's what we're here for. Help you with that and help you any way we can. So give us a call if you do have any questions. 941-755-1696. This is Matt with the Rhinestoneworld.com, and you guys all have a great day.